Sunset lamps. Are they a worthwhile lighting tool, or are they the next gimmick? What is going on, everyone? It is Finn Badgley, and today we are talking about what is creating this little effect here, and that is the sunset lamp. Now, this guy is the original sunset lamp, I believe by Soleset is the name of the company there. You can see it is this little guy, has a stand on it, and then a little cable that has a USB that you can either plug into the wall or do like I'm doing right now and plug it into a portable battery. Then it also has this little remote that you can change the different colors and that sort of thing. It also has a little flash or fading, color changing option there. Now, first off, why did I get this thing in the first place, and how is it to use as a photography, as a video tool? So basically I wanted something to give a bit of a funky spotlight effect. I saw an ad for it and I thought it could add a certain level to a new photo series that I've been starting up, basically doing some low light, very cinematic style photography at night. And I thought this would be a great thing to include with that and give it a little bit of a different look. Now, here's the thing. It did take a little bit longer than I expected to get here, but that's fine. Shipping delays with everything going on are totally understandable, and that's fine. Now, let's get into some of the things that I like about this light and some of the things that I do not. As a household lighting tool to spice up your environment a little bit, it actually gives a pretty neat look. You can put it in different areas, put it in corners, things like that, and it gives a different RGB look than your usual LED light strips or anything like that. And this is mainly marketed to do that sort of thing, but I wanted to see how it compares as a photography or video lighting tool, especially if you want something to give that sort of more spotlit look. Now, obviously there are lighting modifiers that you can use to do this, but I just wanted to see how this thing actually performs, especially because there are more of these popping up, and maybe you might be looking at these and wondering if they're worth it. So I figured I would go through the motions and test this out, so that way you are informed and that way you can make your decision from there. Now, full disclosure, I am not sponsored by Soleset. I'm not sponsored by any sunset lamp company. I did buy this with my own money. It was about like 50 bucks or something like that. And here's the thing, I really enjoy the effect that it gives. Here are some photos that I've taken with it, and it gives a quite unique look and can help to create a really unique mood in your photos or in your videos. Now, I have about two main gripes about this, and one of them is kind of nitpicky, but it's something that I wish they had included, just so that way as a photographer or filmmaker it would make our lives easier. Now granted, I know that is only part of what you can use this for, and it's mainly like a household home decor style, spice up your home setup light. But if they had a 1/4-20 thread at the bottom of this that you could mount onto like a light stand or something, that would be absolutely incredible. This is kind of a soft foam, but if they had like something more of a hard plastic that you could actually screw things into, that would be a definite game changer there. And the other thing is the brightness. Now, currently I have this light at its full brightness, and the background from it right now is about probably 2 feet away. And if I turn it to my face, you can see there is a bit of light going on here, but if I want to point it to the background, you can see the effect doesn't really read all that well. So right now it's pointed right on the background here, and you can see it gives a little bit of something, but not a lot. Now, for your reference, I'm at an ISO of 400, a shutter speed of 1/50, shooting at 24 frames per second, a 180 shutter angle there, and my f-stop is 2.8. So that way you can see kind of what it looks like in this environment. I have a key light here, a kind of back side light off to the side that is mainly lighting up the room and has a little bit of spill onto the background, and then I have this little practical back here. So that's kind of the amount of lights that I have set up, and that is why the room is fairly bright and you can't really see the effect all that well. If I turn it, however, just to there, you can see it a lot more. So if you have this light, you might want to put it closer to your background or closer to your subject, because the effect will read better that way. And it's definitely something more to use in lower light situations, but it also works really well to set a vibe or to set a mood, especially if you're at home watching a movie, if you're inviting some friends over and you want to really set the vibe, maybe if you have a date over, something like that, create a nice little bit of ambiance there. It works really well in that regard, and the effect it gives is pretty cool. Now, this is the type of thing that can easily be overused, and I'm starting to see more photos pop up like this, and something that I was aware of even when I was taking photos with it. So I tried to kind of give it a little bit of a different flavor, so that way it's not just like all the other sunset lamp photos that you're starting to see. I don't really think this will go as far as the kind of fairy light trend that really popped off there for a couple years and is still even going now. I don't think it'll hit quite that level where just about everybody and their mother was doing it, but I think you will see more of these types of photos. But all in all, I think this is a pretty cool tool. Now, there are definitely some gripes that I do have, but it definitely can create a pretty cool look. And like I said, I use this for one of my particular series, and it's a pretty cool light, especially if you want to get some funky shadows or anything like that, or if you point it through a couple different surfaces or anything to get some nice shadowing and whatnot going on, really create that kind of sunset type look, then I think that can be really useful there. But it's definitely not a light for everyone. So take my experience with this, and then you can decide for yourself if this is something that you would incorporate into your own photography or video, or if this is just something you'd like to have around the home, or none of the above, and you're just gonna stay away from this altogether. So if you have been on the fence about getting a sunset lamp, or you want to know how they work in a practical situation, I do hope this video was helpful and informative. And if so, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more different lighting breakdowns and trying different products from me in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos so you never miss an upload. Work hard, rest often, and as always, I will see you on the next one.